Hey folks, and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. On our last episode, we had bid farewell to Tainari and Kalei and later arrived in Sumeru City where we were introduced to the Akasha Terminal, a device of sorts that allows us to access an information network. However, it did not give us any information on where to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, nor did Rohawi for that matter. So, with that wee tidbit in mind, we shall continue henceforth, and well, I guess soon enough head to the Adventures Guild to ask Catherine for some help on the matter. But before that, let's just chat up some NPCs. Maybe they have some information for us. Hello, how can I help you? And you are? I'm Mr. Nizam's secretary. I'm responsible for taking minutes for him. If you see Mr. Nizam scowling or sighing in frustration, please don't take it personally. That's just how he is. Just make a request in advance and he'll make sure it gets taken care of. Okay. Can we talk to you two? Yes, we can. The climate of the rainforest has been so unkind to me. What is it? My old wound often aches in humid weather, so it pretty much hurts all the time in Sumeru City. Also, because of it, I can only do simple work in town. It's truly a dilemma.
Claim Akasha terminals here!
Pana. Hello! Welcome to Sumeru City! If you're here for the first time, you can claim an Akasha terminal from me. About the Akasha terminals. The Akasha is a treasure trove of wisdom left to us by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Using the power of the Akasha, the sages developed the Akasha terminal. By wearing it, you'll be aided by the wisdom of the Dendro Archon in obtaining the knowledge you need. In the past, the Academia only issued Akasha terminals to people of Sumeru Outlanders who were in a long-term residence in Sumeru. The Academia decided of late to distribute the Akasha terminals to all tourists in Sumeru, hoping to help all feel the universal compassion from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Interesting. Okay, I've already spoken to you two, and then there's a couple of NPCs up here that I want to have a little chat. Hello, I am the Vizier. Do you need any help? Vizier, what about your name? My name is Nizam, and Vizier is my title. I am responsible for administrative matters in the Grand Bazaar and Treasure Street on behalf of the Academia. At least that's what the official document says. In reality, I mostly deal with trivial matters. Anything the Mahamata don't want to deal with gets passed on to me. Said something about electing a new Grand Conservator, and things haven't gotten busier, just another excuse. Grand Conservator? Somebody put as the director of the House of Dehya in the Academia. Everyone is free to request knowledge from the Akasha, but the access to some important texts and primary sources requires the approval of the Grand Conservator. So, I wonder if that applies to us gaining information about Kusanali. So the scholars of the Academia are very concerned about this matter, because that means that they're just controlling information and withholding some of it from the public, which, I mean, can technically be true to life, huh? It doesn't matter to me, but Vikram and I had drinks together, so I can't support him, or else it may look rather suspicious. Interesting. In Rohawi.
Anything else you'd like to ask about?
About the 6 great sages.
Sage is the highest rank for an academia researcher. Since the institution's founding, each of the 6 great sages represent the finest mind and leader of their respective darshan. One grand sage is chosen from among the 6 sages to serve as the head of the academia. The current one is Sage Azar of the Ratawahist Darshan. Since ancient times, the sages have contributed immensely to Sumeru. The widespread usage of the Akasha is thanks to their hard work. Anything else you'd like to ask about?
Okay, so we now know that there is, like, a literal hierarchy, but not only that, that is the pinnacle of, like, the ranks. But about the relationships between the sages.
I just knew you'd be curious about that. Although the 6 darshans conduct research in different disciplines, their sages frequently interact with one another when managing academia affairs. In the Immorta, our leader is Sage Nafis. His temper is legendary. We researchers are terrified of him, and even the Grand Sage gives him some leeway. He hasn't shown his face lately, though. Rumor has it that he's currently involved with some major project. Thankfully, he's been so busy that I was able to publish a paper. Anything else you'd like to ask about?
Goodbye.
See ya. Take a page out of my book and learn to look on the bright side of things.
I mean, silver linings are neat and all, but I kind of want to be able to talk to Kusanali, you know? Anyway, let me nick this. You don't need these carrots anymore. Neither do you.
You must resist.
Oh, a stall vendor. Karim? Hello? Oh no, I'm just talking to Kim apparently. You get what you pay for. Do you think the work I do is the same as everyone else's? Doing things differently from others doesn't mean your work is worth more. Besides, everyone can learn masonry from the Akasha. What makes you so different? If it weren't for the fact that we're old pals, I wouldn't be going out my way to make sure you get in business. The Knowledge Foundation might be the same, sure, but what gets built on it is different. Unlike other people, I'm an innovator. I've also tried more kinds of clay. Aha! Caught you. And you said you weren't asking me for more money because you wanted to buy new materials. Oh, okay. Interesting. So now we know that you can just learn life skills from the Akasha. By the way, hey, Catherine!
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Hello, Traveler and Paimon.
Hello, Catherine. It's been a hot minute.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you. With what do you require assistance?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please wait. I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
Not even you could find anything to do with it? Dang.
Aww, another dead end. Well, if Catherine can't help us, then we really don't know anyone else to ask now.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites.
So, are we gonna pay them by the coin to ask them to help us find Kusanali?
They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other mercenary brigades.
Corps of 30? What a weird name.
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception. Asphalt, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight within mercenary circles. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Rexar.
Thanks a bunch, Catherine. Hey, now we get to talk to the lead. Well, I guess the ex-leader of the mercenary group?
You're welcome. I wish you two the best of luck. We look forward to your exploits in Sumeru.
Also, can I set my commissions to here now?
Off to the Citadel of Rexar we go!
But I want to set my commissions
Ad
here.
Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Catherine, it's you again! Hello, it is indeed me, Catherine, the receptionist of the Adventurers Guild. My job is to provide the adventurers with quests and intelligence support. Since it looks like you're already familiar with the Adventurers Guild modus operandi, I'll leave it at that. Have you been following me this whole time? If all expenses are covered, I won't refuse. But unfortunately, being a receptionist is a year-round job, so I don't get vacation opportunities like that. So, can I set this to Sumeru or not? Because I've currently got it set to Mondstadt. No, okay, so I guess I have to continue onwards. I haven't done my commissions for the day yet, but I'll finish them up a little bit later. I'm more excited about this after all. Oh, look at all these stores as well. Oh, no, that's just the gun of the alchemy station, I presume? Dang, I could actually get lost in here for a bit and just get lost in the exploration. Oh, reputation! Oh, it just happened to be here, huh?
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
Hello there, Osfond.
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you about something.
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Wait, seriously? That's it?
I guess we've just been told, no, we don't know where the Dendro Archon is again. This is just going to be a recurring thing for now. Hey, do you know about Kusanali? No. Do you? No. How about you? Probably not.
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you. We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. We don't beg gods for their aid. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
But why, though? We haven't been given context for it. I mean, sure, they're not the same as Rukkhadevata, but why not? I mean, it's pretty much an heir to the Archon position at this point. Why not try and support, well, your newfound deity? But then again, they could have also been heavily attached to Rukkhadevata, huh? Because, I mean, what with them being the foundation and all that? I guess it's just kind of like one of those founding father type figures. Well, or in this case, founding mothers in this scenario, huh?
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy.
I mean, yeah, I get that much, but she could be capable of great things too in the future as well, no?
Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata and hold her in greater esteem. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just a god that exists. And that's all.
Really? Aw. After hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels bad for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ha! But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it. Besides, I'm sure the God of Wisdom doesn't worry about her reputation among people like us.
All right. Well, thanks for the info, Osfond.
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
Oh?
Seems Osfond was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems.
Honestly, it's getting to the fact that, well, we may have to take this matter in our own hands, huh? Just try and find more things about it on our own terms, because it's like, yeah, we could keep asking every other person, but we haven't stumbled across anybody yet at this point, huh? That probably has any information about, or at least is willing to, well, expunge said information.
Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Wouldn't that be the dream?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, did we just so happen to bump into someone?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right?
Yeah, we've just been told that they don't know anything about us numerous times. I mean, I get it, you know, she's not Rukkhadevata and all that, but you know, I mean, we just want to know. She is the Archon here and now, after all.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Oh, well, that's a coinky dinky, and that's very good to meet you.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon.
Can you tell us the legend?
Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "O Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind. So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go."
What an amazing story.
Yeah, thanks for the story! Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
In a way, it seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Archon's avatars.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell us anything else about her?
Of course. So did you two know that, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
Oh, okay, I guess you're just skedaddling. Fair dose.
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened?
I think it has something to do with those people over there. Yeah, she just kinda bolted after we saw them.
It looks like they're searching for someone. Dunyarzad was acting super nervous just now. You think they're looking for her? Ugh, this stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali! We can't let them get in the way now. Let's see if we can get rid of them. Then we can catch up with Dunyarzad.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
That should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad.
For Pete's sakes, that was just one of the oldest tricks in the book, huh, Paimon? Ah, golly gee. But okay, let's catch up with Dunyarzad. Oh, there's even a treasure store. Tax officer! I wonder what new stock the shop's got today. Picking out some jewels? Ah, no, I'm just admiring them is all. I may not be able to afford anything like this as a trainee tax officer, but just being able to look at such shiny, beautiful things brings me joy. It's hard not to doubt yourself when your superior is always scolding you for being childish. So when I'm not working, I look at the things I like to blow off steam.
They over-designed.
Neat.
Facilities now.
Someday I'm going to inherit the family business and run even better than father. And you are? You may call me Master Treasure Appraiser, Prospective Antiques Collector, and Future Prominent Businessman, Varesht. When it comes to appraising treasure and collecting antiques, my sole objective is to surpass father. And then there will be no one better than me. As for the business side of things, I have two more formidable opponents to defeat. Who are these formidable opponents? One is that sly Slaika. With that silver tongue of hers, she's able to sell something as cheap as a rug at a high price. I'm not going to lose to her. The other is that Lord Sangama Bay, often mentioned by Father. I don't know who that is yet, but Father makes it sound like there's someone even more impressive. It doesn't matter. A powerful adversary is all the more worth the challenge. Just wait and see. Okay, Caled.
Trust me.
Hello, welcome. What do you have on offer? All the jewels we currently have for sale have already been reserved. You mean what we have in the shop? Most are from my personal collection or just for display? Oh, okay, so we don't have access to the actual shop yet. Tell me about yourself. I'm an antique collector and I sell jewelry here and there. Precious antiques are worth treasuring and their prices are also out of the budgets of ordinary people, so it's not about making sales for me. What I do care about is whether or not I can get more vendors as discerning as Lord Sangama Bay to supply me with the most valuable collector's items. That is to say, trading is more like my side business. As for my main business, I suppose that would be to raise my son into a collector with tastes as astute as my own. Varesh is a gifted child. I'm certain he could become an even more renowned antique appraisal expert than me. Oh, cool. Right, oh well, more importantly, the urgent matter at hand. Dunyarzad, where are you? Oh wait, you're over here? Oh hey!
There you are, Dunyarzad! We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me. Uh-oh, looks like there's some coming this way.
So, are these Ermites baddies, or are you just some kind of fanatical follower that has some people after you for some reason or another?
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here for? Run!
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult for me to run.
How about we find some place to hide?
Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like that.
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone looking for you.
Enter the tavern. Okay. So, I guess we gotta go all the way down here. Well, I'm curious what this tavern's gonna look like. Okay, hello there, Irfan. Makes me laugh every time. Who are you? I'm the one who walks under the veil of night, a listener of Drunker's most honest confessions. Just kidding. I'm just a bartender working night shifts here. Many come here to drink at night. Some of them might get quite drunk. So Lambad had me take some of Kishan's chefs. An academia student during the day and a bartender at night. I'd say I've managed to keep a good work-study balance. About Kishan. Kishan is the bartender during the day. Have you met her already? She's a student from Liwa who is now preparing for the entrance exam to the academia. She also works to cover her tuition. That's hardly an easy life. I want to help, but I'm from a different school than the one that she's aiming for. So I sometimes invite students from that school over for a drink. This way she can discuss academic questions with them. I hope she will pass the exam. That will make me her senior. Yes, her senpai. Alright, is there anything fun about this place? Of course, there's lots of fun stuff. This is a tavern after all. The last thing we lack is funny drunkards. Last time a student who had just come of age drank too much at his birthday party and as a result tried to have a duel with a chair. Well, the chair definitely turned out to be the stronger duelist. Okay. A Liwa student who came with him captured the hilarious moment and sent the pictures to the Steambird overnight. Guess what? One of the pictures earned the second prize for journalistic photography. I heard it was only second to the work of the Steambird's top reporter. If I were the drunkard student, I'd blackmail. Send a letter to ask for royalties. Fair enough. New notice board. Today's specialty, Lambad fish roll. A wonderful day starts with a drink. Goya. Alright. Let's see what this tavern's all about. Because this place so far looks pretty bonny. Now it's time to see the interior decoration. Ah, this is a cozy little abode, isn't
We
it?
made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dehya.
Yeah, no touchy?
My lady, who are these two?
Dag, you look cool though, eh?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
What if I want a drink at the tavern, though?
Wait a sec! Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some time and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles.
Okay, so you have some kind of code of honor? Coolio.
That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do.
Also, I love her eyes. They're so striking, ain't they? A nice deep blue, too. And that hair. So stylish. Kinda reminds me a little bit of Kachang, with like the fake ears kind of aesthetic, but I still appreciate it because it's still kinda cute.
And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And they know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dehya, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you. Dehya, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to. Because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure. At least, it is to me.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dehya. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up. And I even brought up your payment in such an offensive way.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation.
Oh, now we'll talk about the payments, huh?
Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things from your old man. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to cover you for when you're out and about. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
Dunyarzad, are you alright?
I'm fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
Do you perhaps have some kind of ailment?
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Aye, that we do. Rest in the tavern for a while. Sure.
You just can't beat the atmosphere here.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dehya. Haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Ha! Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Hey, the pay might still be good though.
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it, huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very best.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Don't worry about it. We'll pay for our own foods.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now? Aw, Paimon kinda wanted to try something fancy, but we aren't exactly loaded. Guess Paimon will settle for something ordinary.
How about our coconut charcoal cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass.
But you've cooked slimes before. Yeah, but they're probably moist, you know?
What do you have against my slime dishes?
After ordering, you continue chatting with... Okay.
Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow her?
Jack, that text just kind of flew by so quickly. But I digress.
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Oh dang, some nice 2D art to go with it.
Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you.
Also, if this is the voice of Kusanali, can I just say that it's friggin' adorable? I'm all for it.
Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt. Wow, you really do know everything. Dunyarzad, is there anything you want? Want? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen. And can you make my illness go away? Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now. Then, can you be my friend?
After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel, deserts, and all of Teyvat. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Teyvat.
It was Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world, nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zerus festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zerus festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages.
So you're just trying to help set up a birthday party for a birthday girl, huh?
It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zerus festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
You know, yeah, that's a fair point. That does make sense. I mean, Rukkhadevata is the much more favored one of the two, so like, why would they basically celebrate a day that's the equivalent of reminding you that, well, the Greater Lord's gone, huh?
Aw, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible.
I mean, I'm gonna agree it's there regardless, though.
Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zerus festival to this day, but I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu, the one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
My entire wallet.
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts.
Oh, never mind. It was just a piece of your clothing. Okay.
I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today and see how things are coming along. Dehya, would you accompany me?
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
Can we also come along? Yeah, I'm really curious about this festival.
But of course. Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Oh, but I think that'll be for next time, though. Because, I think this is a pretty good ending point. So, folks, thank you all for watching this episode of Genshin Impact, and I'll see you all next time as we continue our journey through Teyvat. Ta-ta for now.